When I'm here in the forest, I feel very contented. I feel happy because I'm breathing the fresh air and can listen to the birds singing. It's a magical place. I know it has a good spirit that protects it. And I know it was created and given to us so that we can nurture it and live from it.
For Gabriel Eck and the other residents of his village, the forest is both their home and their livelihood. Meliponine bees, native to Yucatan, live here. The honey that the stingless bees produce is especially sweet. In Maya village communities, beekeeping has a long tradition. Gabriel Eck learned the craft from his father. This honey is sold all over Mexico, and it's even exported to Europe.
We can earn a lot in a season when the yield is good, even though we have to invest and buy all the equipment. But it's worth it, because it's better than what we'd earn farming the fields.
The village of Huechen Balam lies in the middle of the tropical forest on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Its 150 or so residents live simply. There aren't many opportunities to earn money. Finding a way to live off the land without harming the forest has proven a challenge. For 6 months, the International Union for Conservation of Nature has been working with the villagers. Together, they want to find ways to earn money without destroying more of the forest.
There's already less biodiversity than before. We have fewer species, both of flora and fauna. The decrease is widespread and significant. The villagers use some species for food or for building their houses.
The environmentalists ask the men and women in the village how they use the forest and what they plant in their fields. It's hoped that the data will help to promote additional ways to earn a living that protect the forest. Every year, thousands of hectares of forest in Yucatan go up in flames to create space for agriculture. Often the farmers don't even use the fields themselves. Instead, they lease the land to wealthy investors from all over the country who are on the lookout for new and larger areas to intensively farm crops like melons. It's a good deal. The yield is plentiful, and that's thanks to the climate. Local environmental protection organizations are worried that intensive farming will spread further.
In Mexico's current situation, there aren't many other sources of income, so they rely on profits of this kind. Viewed ecologically, this kind of cultivation isn't viable because monocultures deplete the soil and pesticides pollute the water. But it's a source of employment.
What can be done to counteract that? One possibility is to make farming more diversified again. When farmers cultivate the fields themselves, they plant crops like pumpkins, beans, maize, and cucumbers.
If a buyer from elsewhere comes to me, it's better if I have a large selection of produce on offer. So it's important for me to plant a wide variety of vegetables.
We return to the villagers of Huechen Balam. Producing charcoal is another important source of income for them. Only a few village communities have official permits for that. They got theirs 3 years ago.
We look for crooked and broken trees to make charcoal. We only use the ones we can't use for anything else, which keep the other healthy trees from growing tall and straight.
In that way, charcoal making can be sustainable for the forest as well. The women in Huechen Balam have discovered a very different source of income. They've founded a handicrafts collective.
If one of us sells a blouse for 300 pesos, that's really something. In the past, we had nothing. We were dependent on our husbands.
Every woman pays part of her proceeds into a communal fund, and they can use the money to pay for new material. It seems new prospects are opening up for the people in the villages of Yucatan.